Good evening, dear respected colleagues from project management sector and from the other sectors. This is Nurul Mostafa Kamal Zafari. I am a PMP certified project management professional. I have also other certifications like Certified Project Management Specialist CPMS by Cambridge Academy of Professionals UK, and I have completed country and regional level certification of SRMP, Security Risk Management Professional certification, which is provided by INSSA USA. Also, I have completed PMDPro, PGMDPro, MEALDPro, and FMDPro, some for international certification provided by PM4NGOs USA. Dear respected colleagues, I am the founder of Zafari Education Group, and in a collaboration with Project Management University, we are conducting some study circle, and in line with that strategic choice of our organization, we took decision to have some study circle for the colleagues who wish to prepare themselves for PMP certification exam. And this study circle doesn't offer any certificate, and also it doesn't claim any preparation fees. I also like to note that this training is a study circle and it will not provide you any PDU for your PMP preparation. To ensure your preparation is in line with PMBOK Guide 7th edition, I'll be using my own PMBOK guide. As a member of PMI and as a certified PMP, this is my own copy of PMBOK guide, so that I have no right to share with you this, and I am only using it to ensure a collaborative learning. As this is a study circle, we will study together, and I must encourage you to ask questions to me and to other colleagues who are taking part in this study circle. So let's start from the very beginning of the PMBOK guide. As you know that PMBOK guide, or project management body of knowledge, is a registered and certified guidebook developed and owned by Project Management Institute USA, and this guidebook guides us towards our preparation and certification of PMP, which is also a trademark registered entity or licensed certification by PMI USA. So let me make the page a bit big for you so that you can easily navigate through the pages with me. And let me check that, okay, you could see it or not. I think you can see the font easily now. So let's start from the very beginning, and I'll read the text as it is to make sure that you can navigate the text as it is printed. The purpose of the standard for project management. The standard for project management provides a basis for understanding project management and how it enables intended outcomes. This standard applies regardless of industry, location, size, or delivery approach, for example, predictive, hybrid, or adaptive. It describes the system within which projects operate, including governance, possible functions, the project environment, and considerations for the leadership between project management and product management. So let us look at some key terms. I think we'll not have any question answer now, but later as we go deeper, we'll have some questions, short questions after each point. So it's point number 1.2, key terms and concepts. The standard for project management reflects the progression of profession. Organizations expect projects to deliver outcomes in addition to outputs and artifacts. Project managers are expected to deliver projects that create value for the organization and stakeholders within the organization system for value delivery. The following terms are defined to provide context for the content of this in this standard. Outcome and end result or consequence of a process of project. Outcomes can include outputs and artifacts, but have a broader intent by focusing on the benefits and value that the project was undertaken to deliver. Portfolio. Projects, programs, subsidiary portfolios, and operations managed as a group to achieve strategic objectives. Product, an artificial, that is artifact, that is produced, is quantifiable, can be either an end item in itself or a component item. Program, related projects, subsidiary programs, and program activities that are managed in a coordinated manner to obtain benefits not available from managing them individually. Project, a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. The temporary nature of projects indicates a beginning and an end to the project work or a phase of the project work. Projects can stand alone or be part of a program or portfolio. Project management. Let me make the page a bit bigger so that you can see the page clearly. Okay. The application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities to meet project requirements. Project management refers to guiding the project work to deliver the intended outcomes. Project teams can achieve the outcomes using a broad range of approaches: predictive, hybrid, and adaptive. Project manager. The person assigned by the performing organization to lead the project team that is responsible for achieving the project activities. Project objectives. Project managers perform a variety of functions, such as facilitating the project teamwork to achieve the outcomes and managing the processes to deliver intended outcomes. Additional functions are identified in section 2.3. Let's go beyond. Below. Okay, colleagues, there are some more definitions. Project team, a set of individuals performing the work of the project to achieve its objectives. System for value delivery, a collection of strategic business activities aimed at building, sustaining, and/or advancing an organization. Portfolios, programs, projects, products, and operations can all be part of an organization's system for value delivery. Value, the earth, importance, or usefulness of something. Different stakeholders perceive value in different ways. Customers can define value as the ability to use specific features or functions of a product. Organizations can focus on business value as determined with financial metrics, such as the benefits less the cost of achieving those benefits. Societal value can include the contribution to groups of people, communities, or the environment. So now let's go ahead. I think we are really entering into the vital portion of the PMBOK guide. So this portion is a system for value delivery. So I would like to request you to look at the screen so that you can have a deeper look. The information in this section, so a system for value, it has some portions like creating value, 2.2 organizational governance systems, functions associated with projects, the project environment, product management considerations. Now creating value. From this portion, we'll keep discussing, and if you have any questions, you can ask. Creating value. Projects exist within a larger system, such as a governmental agency, organization, or contractual arrangement. For the sake of brevity, this standard uses the term organization, referring to government agencies, enterprises, contractual arrangements, joint ventures, and other arrangements. Organizations create value for stakeholders. Example of ways the projects produce value and include, but are not limited to. So let's move ahead slowly. I hope that you will take notes. If you have any questions, you can ask so that we can go ahead with the clarifications of each sections. Now, The value we create through a project for the organizations or the system are creating a new product, service, or result that meets the needs of customers or end users, creating positive social or environmental contributions, improving efficiency, productivity, effectiveness, or responsiveness, enabling the changes needed to facilitate organizational transition to its desired future state, and sustaining benefits enabled by previous programs, projects, or business operation. Now, dear colleagues, if you have any comment like other than these values, do projects create any other values for the organization? I think we have Catherine Nawobudo and Rico Roy. If you have any comment that is the organization or the system wants or expects any other values through implementing a project. If you want to comment, you can comment. If you want to write a comment, no problems, you can write. Now, value delivery components. There are various components such as portfolios, programs, projects, products, and operations that can be used individually and collectively to create value. Working together, these components comprise a system for delivering value that is aligned with the organization's strategy. Figure 2.1, we'll see the figure in a moment, shows an example of a system to deliver value that has two portfolios comprised of programs and projects. It also shows a standalone program with projects and or programs and and standalone projects not associated with portfolios or programs. Any of the projects or programs could include products. Operations can directly support and influence portfolios, programs, and projects, as well as other business functions such as payroll, supply chain management, and so forth. Portfolios, programs, and projects influence each other as well as operations. Now let's look at the value delivery, how value can be delivered. So I'm displaying the diagram for a moment so that we can have a discussion. So these diagram shows how systems are delivered, values are delivered for system. So now we see portfolio A, portfolio B, portfolio number 1, there are some projects, there are some programs and projects are contributing, and projects and programs and portfolios are being run by the operations, and through these value has been delivered through this system. So when portfolio A is working, Under this portfolio, program A1 and A2 is working. Under each program, there are some projects working. So there is a program apart from the portfolio A and B, which is being run independently, but during all portfolio program project, the operation is active, so that the programs, the portfolios, the projects are working independently. They are going hand in hand with the help of operations, and that's how the value delivery is being happened. So there's a short discussion. I'm just reading it for reference, but I think we can skip it, but let's read it. As shown in figure 2.2, a system for value delivery is part of an organization's internal environment that is subject to policies, procedures, methodologies, frameworks, governance structures, and so forth. Such internal environment exists within the larger external environment which includes the economy, the competitive environment, legislative constraints, which is shown in 2.4. We'll see it in a minute. So let's look at 2.4. Make it smaller. Let me reduce the page size so that we can see the diagram in glimpse. I think we can see it. So let me make it a bit smaller. Okay, now I need to make it a bit. Okay, now let's take this entire box as the whole system. Now the system has external environment and also internal environment, but both internal environment and external environment has influence on the system for value delivery. Means the systems are portfolio, programs, projects, and operations. So all these things are being influenced by internal environment and external environment. So this should be done, the project delivery or the other things should be done considering the internal environment and external environment, both. The components in a delivery system creating the components in a value delivery system create deliverables used to produce outcomes, and outcome is the end result or consequence of a process or a project. Focusing on outcomes, choices, and decisions emphasizes the long-range performance in the project. The outcomes create benefits, which are gains realized by the organizations. Benefits in turn create value, which is something of worth, importance, or usefulness. Now information flow. A value delivery system works most effectively when information and feedback are shared consistently among all components, keeping the system aligned with strategy and attuned to the environment. We have discussed that a system worked under two environments, internal and external. So as a system, a value delivery system need to work with multiple internal and external stakeholders, so it needs to align with the strategy set earlier by the environment, means the internal and external environment, and it needs to attune with this. Figure 2.3, we'll see it in a moment, shows a model for the flow of information where black arrows represent information from senior leadership to portfolios, portfolios to programs and projects, and then to operations. Senior leadership shares strategic information with portfolios. Portfolios share their desired outcomes, benefits, and value with programs and projects. Deliverables from programs and projects are passed onto the operations along with information on support and maintenance for the deliverables. The light gray arrows in figure 2.3 represent the reverse flow of information, means where 2.33 the black arrow shows that it's going down and the gray arrow shows that it goes up or it comes back. Information from operations to programs and projects suggest adjustments, fixes, and updates to deliverables. Programs and projects provide performance information and progress on achieving the desired outcomes, benefits, and value to portfolios. Portfolios provide evaluations on portfolio performance with senior leadership. Additionally, operations provide information on how well the organization's strategies advancing. Now this is the information flow. Now we see that senior leadership is informing the portfolio management about the strategy of the organization to be reflected in the portfolio. Then the portfolio management system, it is sending or it's transmitting the information to the programs and project leadership. And now the strategy have been dissected into desired outcomes or benefits or values. Now the projects and programs have been conducted the things that has been expected by the portfolio system, but it will align with the strategy. Then it has been translated by the programs and projects as deliverables and action points or other things or inputs, outputs, whatever it is. It may differ from scenario to scenario, and it's been transmitted to the operation or the field level team, so that they can produce the deliverables that aligns with the outcomes, and that outcomes aligns with the strategy. So you see the below, there are gray lines, arrows, and the arrows are the production that is being transmitted or given back to the senior management in a form of tangible outcomes or deliverables that meets the expected result that has been set by the management of each layer. Now, from senior leadership to operations, when it goes back from operations to senior leadership, we need to do outcomes, benefits, and value performance analysis. Means if it is outcomes produced or benefits are given or value have been added, so we have to analyze the performance of that outcomes or benefits or values. So we are going ahead slowly. Organizational governance systems. I'm keeping the screen alive for a moment so that you can have a look. Then we'll go a bit fast. The governance system works alongside the value delivery system to enable smooth workflows, manage issues, and support decision making. Governance system provide a framework with functions and processes that guide activities. A governance framework can include elements of oversight, control, value assessment, integration among components, and decision-making capabilities. Governance systems provide an integrated structure for evaluating changes, issues, and risks associated with the environment and any component in the value delivery system. These includes portfolio objectives, program benefits, and deliverables produced by projects. Projects can operate within a program or portfolio or as a standalone activity. In some organizations, a project management office might support programs and projects within a portfolio. Project governance includes defining the authority to approve changes and make other business decisions related to the project. Project governance is aligned with program and organizational governance. So let's see it that in a given scenario, organizational governance system, its main purpose is to work with value delivery system. Means it's aimed to ensure that the value delivery system is working. What is value delivery system? The system that contributes in producing values for the organization, and that system is the portfolio, program, project, and operation, because they produce the value for the organizations. So the organizational governance needs to work with them. And their work can include the managing issues, risk assessment, risk management, and evaluating the changes, and also allowing the changes are being happened and change management are being happened. Now, functions associated with the projects. People drive project delivery. They do so by fulfilling functions necessary for the project to run effectively and efficiently. Functions related to the project can be fulfilled by one person, by a group of people, or combined into defined roles. Are combined into defined roles. Coordinating a collective work effort is extremely important to the success of any project. There are different types of coordination suitable for different contexts. Some projects benefit from decentralized coordination in which project team members self-organize and self-manage. Other projects benefit from centralized coordination with the leadership and guidance of a designated project manager or similar role. Some projects with centralized coordination can also benefit from including self-organized project teams or for portions of the work. Regardless of how coordination takes place, supportive leadership models and meaningful continuous engagements between project teams and other stakeholders underpin successful outcomes. Regardless of how projects are coordinated, the collective effort of the project team delivers the outcomes, benefits, and value. The project team may be supported by additional functions depending on the deliverables, industry, organization, and other variables. Section 2.3.1 through 2.3.8 provide examples of functions that are often found on projects, though these are not a comprehensive list. In addition to these functions, other functions may be necessary to enable project deliverables that produce the desired outcomes. The needs of the project, organization, and environment influence which functions are used on a project and how those functions are carried out. Provide oversight and coordination. People in this function help the project team achieve the projected objectives, typically by orchestrating the work for the project. The specifics of how this function is carried out within the project team can vary among organizations, but can include leading the planning, monitoring, and controlling activities. In some organizations, this function may involve some evaluation and analysis activities as part of pre-project activities. This function includes monitoring and working to improve the health, safety, and overall well-being of project team members. Coordination includes consulting with executive and business unit leaders on ideas for advancing objectives, improving project performance, or meeting customer needs. It can also include assisting in business analysis, tendering and contract negotiations, and business case development. Oversight can be developed in follow-on activities related to benefits realization and sustainment after the project deliverables are finalized but before formal closure of the project. This function can support portfolios and programs within which the project is initiated. Ultimately, the function is tailored to fit the organization. Present objectives and feedback. People in this function contribute perspectives, insights, and clear direction from customers and users. The customer and end user are not always synonymous. For the purpose of this standard, the customer is defined as the individual or group who has requested or is funding the project. The end user of the individual or group who will experience the direct use of the project deliverable. Projects need clear direction from customers and end users regarding project requirements, outcomes, and expectations. In adaptive and hybrid project environments, the need for an ongoing feedback is greater because the project teams are exploring and developing product elements within specific increments. In some project environments, the customer or end user engages with the project team for periodic review and feedback. And some projects, a representative of the customer or client participates on the project team. The customer and end user input and feedback needs are determined by the nature of the project and the guidance or direction required. So dear colleagues, today we are closing here, and tomorrow at 8 p.m. Bangladesh Standard Time we shall meet again and we shall read and study together. I hope that in a very short period of time, like by 15th of June I think we can finish this guidebook. Let's stay positive, and thank you very much for joining today, and I hope that we will go slow but we can go meaningfully. Thank you very much. Stay well and good night from Bangladesh.